Yo, how's everybody doing today? It's your boy Airboy, and I'm back with another FanBoyAaron review, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at the LEGO Bionicle Barraki Kalama. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Anyway, he was released in 2007. The set number is 8917, and the total part count is 53 pieces. Now, a little background info on this guy. I believe he is the second strongest member of the Barraki team, as far as, like, power goes. I think he was the second most powerful member of the team. I don't remember. What I do remember is his animal, or the base animal that he is, based on, is either an octopus or a squid, basically the same freaking thing. And he commanded an army of squid. And, yeah, he definitely captures that little motif. He definitely looks the part of a squid or octopus-like being with the suction cup-like details on his parts. I don't know how well you can see that. As well as the tentacles. So, yeah, he definitely looks like an octopus. He's also easily one of the most recognizable members of the Barraki because he's one of the first ones you get to see when they first introduced the 2007 sets. So yeah, he's easily the most popular member of the Barraki, one of the most recognizable. I think him and Tentacles, when you think of the Barraki, him and Tentacles are the ones that pop up first. Alright. Some positives and negatives about the set. The positives, very consistent color scheme, consisting mostly of black, red, and, yeah, that's pretty much the whole borderline color scheme. Now, some people might complain about the blue pins. However, I'm willing to make the argument that the blue eyes kind of help with that, so that the blue serves mainly as accent colors rather than, something that breaks up the color scheme altogether. People might also argue that the orange is a bit of an eyesore and definitely breaks up the color scheme. That part, I kind of do have to agree. As well as the silver bits, the only silver on him being these jaws and the Squid Launcher, as well as the white teeth, because there's literally no other white on this guy whatsoever, but, they're meant to be teeth, and, I think that's fine. That doesn't bother me as much. So, yeah, that's a negative. Another positive, he's actually pretty well armored for a set his size. I think after Karpar, he has the most armor pieces, I believe. Let me double check here. Yeah, I think so. After Karpar, he's easily the most heavily armored Barraki. And I absolutely love the take they did with his shoulder pads here. That was a pretty well thought out design choice. He's also got big flat feet, which can help simulate swimming a little better. He definitely looks like something that belongs underwater. And the tentacles, I mean, it would have been nice if they were if they had like some kind of bendy wire, but as they are, they're not bad. I mean, they look like tentacles. They're made of like a softer rubber-like plastic. Honestly, in all honesty, they're probably straight up rubber. As well as the tentacles on the back of his head here, they're also made of rubber. Whether or not that's a good thing or a bad, it's up to you to decide. Personally, I don't mind it. What I do mind are his gimmicks, the pinchers. That one's fine. But the Squid Launcher, as we know, I don't really care for it. The general idea is just take one of these little squid, slip it in here, like that, pull back, release, and surprisingly, that worked. That's the second time that I managed to get that to work. Every other time I've done it, never worked. That's the general idea, but your mileage might vary. Because it is easily one of the most difficult Bionicle blasters to use. Shit. And, yeah, I don't really care for it. I mean, the soft rubber they use to make the freaking thing, and where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Just how ineffective it is, and, you know, use it one too many times, you might break that tail off, but yeah, not my favorite Bionicle blaster. 2007 wasn't really a good year for the blaster weapons. They were easily the worst blaster weapons, the blasters from 2007. Every other blaster beforehand worked just fine. The Zammer Spear launchers, the disc launchers, Ratuka spinners, everything else worked just fine. Thankfully, they fixed the ineffective blaster problem in the few years after, but, you know, it was still a problem at the time. Another issue people might have with the figure is that his arms, the way they're constructed, partially restricts the arm movement. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but via the instructions, the arms are meant to be constructed like this, with this end of the part facing forward. Why wouldn't they just have this part facing forward? Because that would give you a lot more of an elbow bend as to opposed to the official way you're supposed to construct it. You only get 90 degrees worth of bend. But despite that, oh yeah, another issue articulation-wise is the way the feet are constructed. I mean, it's not too limited, but the feet movement is a little more limited than most Bionicle sets, just due to the way they're constructed. I'm not saying I hate the way it's constructed, I'm just saying that compared to most other Bionicle sets, foot articulation is a little more restricted. But that is one of the main positives. He does, though it is restricted in some ways, he does have a decent amount of articulation, so you get some really good poses out of the guy. And, what else? I think that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything I could about this figure. Yeah, I think I pretty much did. I guess we'll just get on to the comparisons. There's not much else I can say about the figure. I need to find a way to make these videos last a little longer. Just babbling on about random stuff seems to be the only way I can get these single Bionicle reviews that last longer than 7 to 9 minutes. The last one wasn't even 10 minutes. I think, what did I do last time? I did Car Par. I think that one was only 9 minutes long. Anyway, you have an idea how big he is, or how he compares to other Bionicle sets. Here he is with a Rocchi, the red Rocchi from 2003, my personal favorite of the group. Red is my favorite color, so it's hard not for... Usually the red characters are my favorites. Surprisingly, for 2007, the Barraki, though he is one of my favorites, Kalama is not my favorite member of the Barraki. No, I saved him for last, and we'll be getting to him later. Anyway, here he is with the red villain from the year prior, Hakan, the Paraka. As you can see, they're similar in height. That's probably due to the fact that he uses the Paraka build. That's another thing people might like or don't like, is that he uses the same general body build as the Paraka. Personally, I don't mind it, but, you know, that is an issue some people might have. Alright, just so you have an idea how he compares to a more recent Lego / Bionicle set, here he is next to Tahu from 2015. As you can see, 2015 Tahu is a bit taller. And just so you know how he compares to other figures, here he is next to Earthrise Optimus Prime. Okay, I think that pretty much covers Kalama. Now, as he stands, he is approximately, I want to say 7.5, maybe 8 inches. And at the time of release, he was going for about $12 to $15. These days, you can probably find him for 15 to 20. Is he worth the price? Is he worth picking up? Yes. Though he is not my top favorite member of the Barraki, his review will be coming later. He is easily one of the better Barraki designs. Unlike some of them, he's actually got a decent amount of armor. Not very many gaps. Granted, he does have a few things with his amongst his color scheme that does kind of break it up, but, you know, that's a minor nitpick, really. So, yeah, I recommend having all 6 if you're going to grab the Barraki, but if you had to have just one, I'd recommend either this guy, Takadox, or the next Barraki I'll be looking at. Again, we'll get to him later. So yeah, this has been the LEGO Bionicle Barraki Kalama. Now, if you like this review, hit that like button, leave a nice comment, and enjoy the rest of your day. And join me next time when I go over... I think I'll do something Transformer-related, and then I'll go over the last member of the Barraki. Until then, I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye.